Okay, here we are, Darth Pedro, back again after a hiatus, and we are looking at the latest version of Central Command. You can see it's turn 44. We're in version 2.00.64 of the Central Command utility. When you run Central Command, it opens this window, general window. Call your attention to this pane here, has a file list in it. This file list is actually in the Central Command directory. We'll back up here to the Central Command directory, and you can see the same file list. There's also 3 folders. The new turn folder, that's where new turns are downloaded and temporarily held until they're processed by the Central Command utility. And these 2 files, this is a sample game, and this is the actual game file that we're playing in this folder. So if we open this up and we find that here's the game database file, and this is a file that I created myself, utility file, that I display information out of the game database in a report format. And these other folders, there's a backup folder that I created. There's also an archive folder which has archive files in it. There's a turns out folder which has turns out files. These are basically, since I started the game, turn 27 through turn 43, when the last orders I wrote. When I finish this turn, there will be a turn 44 file here. The turns in folder has 44 files in it. And you can see that right now we haven't selected a game. As soon as we select a game, this populates the list of the turns in files. We open the game, and now we have the ruler tools. Notice that that ruler tools menu wasn't active until we actually opened the Empire. And now we have this menu, allows us 7 other tools besides this Imperial directory which we're looking at. Okay, now originally this area here was a sidebar that had these Imperial statistics that are now on a set of tabs here. So we have the main directory, Imperial statistics, went over these before, and this is basically habitability points to win the game. And then the Imperial reports, a new section, has activity locations for alien activity based upon the star system, the star, and the orbit number. These are locations wherever other players, ships or colonies, exist, basically, that you're aware of. They show up in your activities for aliens. And then ranged combat, any place that ships or colonies were firing on each other with missiles or energy weapons. This ship is my ship that was engaged in bombardment this turn. And then combat is invasion type combat, colony 27 and ship 1338. What happened 1338? I messed up, ended up with no people on it. I lost control. This last turn I invaded it, colony 27 invaded it. On my turn 43 orders, I did regain control, and assuming that I regained control, I also ordered add-on some structure, life support, and people. So now I control the ship. We'll look at that. 1338, go back to the directory, slide down here, and 1338, Bad Apple, is the name of the ship. And I have an inventory now. You can see I have hyper engine space drives, light structure to give me space, and 1,000 life support 7, and 4,903 professionals 14. 14 is my player ID or race number, and professionals are the type of population that I've put on board. So you can see that I actually have retained control or regained control of that ship. Each one of these is a ship or a colony. These are ships, and up here it says colony, the open colony, orbiting colony, enclosed colonies. This is just a little checkbox function. It's handy when you're writing your orders. You can say, okay, I'm done with that one, and then go down, click them off as you get done. So I'm not marking them yet because I'm not doing my orders yet. But at this point, we'll stop and come back to the Central Command 101 Section 2 video, the next video in this sequence.